I know it may look like I've just rolled out of bed, but that is simply because I have. Hello everybody, I am KickThePj, the Doodle Boy, and I have not doodled for a few weeks. I have not felt the motivation or the inspiration to sit down and doodle up a storm. Until now. You may well have seen this 6 fan art challenge floating around the internet. I have seen a ton of talented artists doing their own renditions of their favorite characters, and my mind was just blown at the amount of talented people out there. And if you look through that tag for too long, it makes you feel really insecure about your own art. But I think this challenge is what I needed to just draw for the sake of drawing. So here are my 6 fan arts, or farts, if you will. No, let's just call it fan art. I don't like that. Let's kick things off with a spicy one. Freeza, one of the most feared, evil, strongest beings in the entire Dragon Ball Z universe. Until, like, the androids came along, or Cell or Majin Buu. He really gave them a run for their money. But when I was looking at the entire Dragon Ball roster, the character that always stands out to me is Freeza. I have always loved his design and his character in general. His whole arc, the whole Namek arc, is totally my favorite. There's just something so calm and collected, yet incredibly callous and tactical about the way Freeza operates. He's horrible, but you love to watch him. It was tricky to decide which form I wanted to draw him in, so I decided to go for Freeza's final form. I think probably my favorite form. There's something very pleasing about the color scheme, the white with accents of purple. As far as aliens go, it's pretty stylish. And I'm not gonna lie, I always found Freeza weirdly kind of attractive. I don't know if it was the voice. Please, someone, please tell me I'm not the only one that thought that. Oh, also, I picked this up in Japan at the airport just before I got on a flight home. I saw it and I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm putting that sexy little Freeza in my hand luggage. Also, when I was drawing Freeza, I totally forgot the tail, so I just threw that in last minute. That is a last minute tail, folks. I think I've mentioned this before in a video, but something I really like about Akira Toriyama's enemies is that they start quite petite, and then as they evolve, they grow bigger and more thick, for lack of a better word, and then as they reach their final perfection, they grow smaller. I really like how small and slender Freeza is. A little bit of misdirection. He's maybe a bit stronger than you think he's gonna be. And overall, I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. Please ignore any and all shading throughout this video. Spoiler alert, I still can't shade. I don't know how to shade, so I'm just making it up as I go along. Hopefully something there makes sense. And upon thinking, well, how do I make this drawing my own style and not just like a recreation of one of Akira Toriyama's? Something I like to play with personally is super thick lines that then go to super skinny lines, just all over the place with no real structure. So I've done that quite a bit. Lots of thick black outlines, which you don't really find anywhere in Dragon Ball. And that pretty much neatly wraps up Freeza. This suggestion came from Twitter, and of course I had to draw Link. He's my favorite little good boy in the whole world. I love that there are so many different iterations of Link, which means that everybody can have their favorite Link. For me personally, my favorite Link is Toon Link. He's such an adorable little bozo. Some of the expressions he pulls are so animated and so precious that I think Wind Waker still stands as my favorite game, and if you play that in HD, ooh. I was trying to think, how do I want to draw him? Which expression should I choose? I was looking through what other people had done, and all the classics are gone. Link holding a pig? Done. Link throwing a pig? Done. Link as a pig? Probably not done. Maybe done. So I wanted to do something that's maybe not your go-to obvious Toon Link drawing. I was thinking back, what from the games do I remember vividly? Sneaking through Forsaken Fortress, oh my god. It's one of the first things you do, and spoiler alert, you do it twice. And I just remember him sidling? Is that what? Sidle? It says when you lean up against a wall. I've drawn him sidling. I always thought it was a typo on the word slide, but I sidle. So I've drawn him sidling, doing his little sneaky side eye. I think despite him being such an expressive character, I think I have diluted the cuteness a tiny bit, not intentionally. I think with the super thick eyebrows and the just giant eyes, he's maybe a little bit less cute than he could have been. I do also have a little figurine of Toon Link. Don't worry, I don't have figurines of everything I'm going to draw, just most of them. Going on his little big boy adventure. Link's big boy adventure, who remembers that one? The Legend of Zelda, Link's Big Boy Adventure. I mean, that's basically what Wind Waker is. Good, yeah, good stuff. I'm really happy with how this one turned out as well. I think I'm obviously playing it a little bit safe in that I'm drawing already sort of cartoonified, animated-looking characters. I know some people have drawn real people and drawn them as characters in their style, but I really suck at drawing real people. And that concludes our link. okay, so I wanted to step up the challenge for myself and draw something that people don't give enough love. Here is a drawing of a character who does not get enough love. Who talks about Skies of Arcadia anymore? Me, I think I'm the only one who talks about Skies of Arcadia anymore. Skies of Arcadia was a fantastic JRPG on the Dreamcast, and then an even more fantastic JRPG on the GameCube. I always really loved Skies of Arcadia, and it saddens me that we never got a sequel. We never got an HD remaster. It's just gone. The game is just gone. And these lovable characters are just gone. But they will live on in fan art and doodles and Reddit posts about how we want a sequel to Skies of Arcadia. So I drew Vice. Vice is the main character. He is a sky pirate and he is insanely cool. I always thought his getup, his clothing was really cool when I was a kid. I was like, oh, I want to dress like that. I never saw that dream through. I think you need a certain sort of physique to pull it off, and I don't think I have it. This one gave me a ton of trouble, and even so, I'm still not 1,000,000% happy with it, but it is what it is. I think I had to redraw this like 4 times because I kept getting the proportions wrong. I kept getting everything wrong. There was one point where I was just like, the hair should be bigger. It needs to be bigger, so I just kept making it bigger. Drawing people and human anatomy is not my strong suit at all. I'm better at drawing little alien, goblin, Gabagia. So I just had to do it. You gotta do it at some point. You gotta get over your fear at some point and just draw the thing that you think you can't draw. Otherwise, you're never going to be drawing it. So I'm fully aware that there are still some things wrong with this drawing, but I don't know, dude. He's kind of hot. He's kind of hot. I think I've actually got a little figurine of him somewhere. Just down here. Yeah, I've got this like little. It's kind of like an amiibo sort of sized kind of thing. I just picked it up. There's this website called First for Figures that do the most amazing statues, and I saw this and I was like, it's amazing and I need it, but it was also like £400. I was like, I can't afford it. And then a couple years later, I saw it on eBay, about £100. I was like, hell yeah, snap that up. Broke it instantly. It is unfortunately, the finger's broken. This thing down here, the flag is broken, but it doesn't matter because this is my favorite big boy toy in the entire world. So let's just set that back. Yep, that flag is broken. This game in general has served as a lot of inspiration for me over the years anyway. You're a group of sky pirates who sail the skies in a flying ship. It's badass and not enough people have played it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's probably the worst drawing here. I wanted to draw him in a pose that I hadn't seen online. I didn't want to just draw a pose that he had already done. So he's doing little badass arms folded shenanigans, looking broody and moody. So yes, that is Vice of the Blue Rogues from Skies of Arcadia. So I was midway through drawing a character that was very highly suggested, very popular suggestion. And then I thought, I don't think I want to draw this. I want to reach the back of my brain and draw something that I haven't thought about for years. You potentially haven't thought about for years. Beautiful Joe, another game that has just disappeared. It's just gone. Beautiful Joe was this beautiful, amazing, stylish, side-scrolling beat-em-up. It had very cool time mechanics, so you slow down, you speed up. It was like you were in a film. It was like you went into a film, you were playing within a film. And you play as this character, Joe, who, am I remembering correctly, he was a bit of a bozo. He was a little bit bozo-licious. Oh god, the word bozo is evolving. And I just love the look of the character. Apart from the little beard, that little goatee, I don't like that. Shave it off, Joe. Get rid of it. Other than that, his whole style is pretty badass. So again, I wanted to draw him in a pose that I could not find online to really challenge myself. And you know what's really difficult to find? A reference picture of him looking directly at the camera, face on. That, it just doesn't exist. Sorry, if you're looking for that, that picture does not exist. The thing with Beautiful Joe is he does all these stylish poses, sort of back to the camera, head over the shoulder, little T-Rex arms, obviously. So I was trying to figure out, well, how would that look? It was difficult to realize. Again, this one probably took me the longest. Even though it's one of the more simpler drawings, it still took me a hell of a long time. I don't draw people's bodies, I don't draw anatomy, I don't draw hands, I don't draw muscles. I am not good at drawing those things, but I wanted to try. As for the pose, he doesn't do this pose in the games, but it's kind of one of those stretching cool dudes you're about to get into a big fight kind of thing. I actually looked at a picture of Kid Goku stretching for inspiration for this. One leg out, one knee cocked up. Color scheme is beautiful, that red with accents of white and a pink cape. This is actually one where I don't have a figurine or a statue of him. I need to get on that. You know shit. Okay, so yeah, the flag, the people who made this figurine do an amazing Beautiful Joe one, which I haven't bought it yet because it's very expensive. It's very expensive. So I haven't purchased. Fuck. Overall, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. People of the internet, Beautiful Joe. So So this suggestion came from one of my patrons over in the Patreon Discord, and it was for the Radish spirit from Spirited Away. I recently just rewatched Spirited Away, and God, I love that film so much. And every time the Radish spirit comes on, he has such a demanding presence. He demands your attention. Your eyes are always drawn to him. I was trying to think, what can I do with this character? He's only in the film for a split second. He just sort of walks around. He flies some flags later. I kind of struggled to think what pose to put him in. I did actually try to put him in like a sort of a kind of cutesy, I dropped my wiener kind of pose. So that's the universal pose for I dropped my wiener. Oh no, I dropped my wiener. Please erase that memory from your minds. That didn't just happen. So I really struggled to put him in an interesting and unique position, so I've just done the bog standard, facing straight on. I also wanted to make him a little cuter. He's already pretty cute. It's pretty cute for a Radish. So I've kind of given him these little tufts of hair all over his body as if he's going to get groomed. He goes to the bathhouse to get pampered and groomed, so I thought in my lore of this drawing, I would do it so he has not yet been pampered. So he's got all these tufts of hair sticking up. He needs a good brushing, basically. He needs a good brushing. You can see the wild difference between when I use a reference picture to do my drawings and when I draw from memory. The difference is real. The difference is real. I really did enjoy drawing this one though. I didn't see many people drawing this one in their 6 fan art, so I'm very happy with it. Surprisingly happy. I think I'm too happy with how these have all turned out. Something's wrong here. I should be like kicking and screaming and pulling my hair out by this point. To be fair, all of these took about 3 or 4 attempts. I just didn't record those because they were uggo buggo. I didn't want to show you the uggo buggo attempts. All right, there you have it. Radish spirit. And finally, a suggestion that I saw a couple of times that I haven't actually seen drawn in this fan art challenge yet, I don't think, is King Cosmo from Summer Wars. I realized that I've drawn characters from 3 animes and 3 video games. It's fine, it's probably fine. If you've never seen Summer Wars, you absolutely should watch Summer Wars. I introduced my friend Dean Dobbs, you may know him, to Summer Wars. I was really excited to show him because there was something so almost nostalgic feeling about this film, but I couldn't quite place what it was. It almost felt like I had seen the film when I was a young kid, but I hadn't because it wasn't out when I was a young kid. And so I showed him and I was keen to know what his reaction to it was going to be. And he said, "Oh, cool. It's the Digimon movie." I was like, what? Sorry, what? It's the Digimon movie? What are you talking about? And lo and behold, yes, it is the Digimon movie reimagined into an original story, except it borrows a lot of the key moments from the Digimon movie, and even the whole style of when you're in Oz, the characters with the red outlines and the fighting. It's the Digimon movie. Upon further reflection, I realized, yes, I have seen Summer Wars before, but when I was a kid, and it was the Digimon movie. But before you get all alarmed, do not be alarmed. Mamoru Hosoda directed the Digimon movie and Summer Wars, and also The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, which is also another great film. What it feels like is this guy had so much ambition for the Digimon movie, and he made it, and he was like, this isn't maybe the film I wanted it to be. I need to make this again, but the right way. And so he made Summer Wars, and dude, what a great film. I first properly watched Summer Wars when me and my friend Jamie were on the train to Cornwall. A very long train ride, like 6 hours. I had a lot of time to kill, watched a lot of films. I remember we watched Summer Wars. We had a convoluted headphone splitter setup, and it's so fitting because the whole atmosphere of the film is that it's set in summer and it's hot and sticky. And I remember being on this train and it was really hot. It was summer. So I've got a very vivid memory in my head of first watching this film, and I just fell in love with it. The character design is just really fun and funky, and the digital world that they go into of Oz is just really beautiful. Sorry, I'm talking so much about Summer Wars. I'm not talking at all about this character. King Cosmo is a badass fighting rabbit avatar. I wanted to draw him in a pose like he's about to do a roundhouse kick or something like that. Again, I didn't see this pose online. I wanted to try something from scratch. You may also be thinking, PJ, why are you drawing in red? Are you some kind of a teacher? You got a teacher marking a test? No, I'm not. You may remember I said in the film, the characters have red outlines. I wanted to carry that over into this drawing. I still wanted to use my thick and thin outlines, but just use red instead of black, just to really sell the effect of King Cosmo. I feel like these characters were designed with the red outlines around them. Oh, this is also another one I've got a little figurine of. Got this when I was in Japan. It's a little dusty. What a badass. Not him, me, for owning this. That makes me a badass. This might be my favorite drawing, I think, of them all, actually. It's not perfect by far, but in general, it looks like what it's supposed to be, and that, for me, that's a win. King Cosmo, everybody. And that concludes my 6 fan art challenge. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing the process behind drawing these characters. And thank you for your suggestions through Twitter and my Patreon Discord. I appreciate you all getting involved, and part of me kind of wants to do this again. Maybe do a few of these. I think this has really helped me kickstart my doodling motivation, so I think I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more drawing again now. Real fun stuff, guys, real fun stuff. Thank you very much for watching this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you're new around these parts. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified of when I upload a video. I hope everybody is staying healthy and safe indoors. I've been doing a lot of Twitch streaming, so make sure you go over and check that out, twitch.tv/KickThePj. If you would like to continue to support me as well, then please do check out my Patreon or my online shop, KickThePj.com, for all your finest apparel and artwork. Stay rad, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.